Dooski just popped in from last time though. I end up going to making more money. What's in here? Folks right here. Alright, so now. Move. We out
here, boy. Out here, boy. What's wrong with y'all? Them members out here, boy. Y'all talking about what rapper you know keep a tank on them every day, though? What rapper you know? Y'all niggas.
Hold on.
Pull up. We got free sport for everybody, shorty.
Chicago police are trying to figure out who shot 6 people outside a funeral this afternoon. It happened on the city's south side as services were wrapping up for a rapper and people were going to their cars. That rapper had been shot and killed earlier this month. Now, those who live in the area say the violence in their neighborhood must stop.
If you had enough time to plan to shoot somebody at a funeral, then use that knowledge to go to school. And that's what we're asking.
Those neighbors reported hearing dozens of gunshots.
Nah, I could do this. I can stay on live because I have guns around me. I'm safe. I'm protected.
We need to park in the middle right here where my cousin at. We need to get right there where this police car with my cousin and G because they can't get here.
All right, y'all gotta go.
We got it. Yeah.
Y'all gotta go that way. Go. Please, I'm asking.
Yes.
I gotta get the ambulance in
yes.
for the lady.
Yes. Oh, a lady got hit too? Yes. Oh my fucking God. So that's why his mama really crying? We need to go get her.
For a few years now, there's been a heavy ongoing war between mainly gangster disciples and mainly black disciples in the Washington Park and West Woodlawn neighborhoods. A lot of sets are involved in this war, but today we are looking at 2 specific sets, MOB and 600.
Hey, good morning. Now, ShotSpotter technology is what prompted police to head to Washington Park. When they got there, they were told there was an argument that started and then ended with 2 people dying from gunfire that happened in that park last night. Now, there was a huge police presence at Washington Park as that investigation started, along with multiple ambulances. It happened around 7:45 last night near the corner of 51st Street and Forestville Avenue. Witnesses tell us there was a baseball game going on and people were just hanging in the park. Police are saying an argument started between 2 groups of people in which gunfire followed. We know at least 9 people were wounded, with a 43-year-old man dying after he was shot in the back of the head. Then a 20-year-old man was brought here to University of Chicago Hospital in critical condition and was later pronounced dead. We did speak to a woman who was out there hanging with some people, and she told us that that shooting just started out of nowhere.
Somebody started shooting at over here in the parking lot, and while we was parked in the grass, some cars, somebody just started shooting, and they started following the crowd.
Tragedy happens. Seems like as many as 7 people possibly have been shot. On a night when people should enjoy themselves, the weather's nice and everything like this. Just a sad time.
And we do know that, again, that number has increased to 9 people who were wounded from gunfire last night. In the meantime, police need your help finding the people that were involved in this shooting that happened. They were offering $15,000 for information that could lead to an arrest. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we receive more information on this. For now, we're live outside of the University of Chicago Hospital. I'm Glenn Marshall, WGN News.
MOB is a mainly gangster disciple set located on 56 to 59. From Wabash to Michigan. MOB is a pretty old set who used to stay on 59th, but the younger generation go by Scrap Gang and stay on 56.
The club, but I got to say Glock. You know what it is? You gotta go look at LA. I don't know who this smoke. LA clap the crew. Call up LA those 600, he gonna clap the crew. Oh, that was coming though.
I'm here dressed legally.
Bro, that's why he did it.
We in our community, though.
That's why he did it.
I'm just rolling through the odds right now and smoking on that Stello.
We in our community, man. I'm from them. If they say we ain't out here, they motherfucking lying. I'm from them grad. I can merch. I'm but so motherfucking high bitches move. I'm from them grad. And we not, they say MOB dirty.
Who said that?
Oh, they play too much.
600 is a mainly black disciple set located on 59th to 62nd. 59th and Prairie, that's considered Baldy World. 60th and King/Calumet, that's Steve Drive, D Block. And 62nd and King/Calumet, that's Shack City.
Oh, Steve, that's how we beat. Hey, Cap. Hey, Cap. Hey, Drills. This how we coming. We in Miami. We on my baby. Nigga, we walking on Lusty. All type of anemic sacks, all type of shit. That on us. Phone number. I got phone number with my J on. I ain't even got no J on. Not a watch, not a ring, nothing. No phone number. Phone number got the J on. We in Miami.
The war. Sadly, Dooski Tha Man was killed October 9th on his block with a shot to the head. He was only 25 years old. The shooting happened just before 4 p.m. in the 5600 block of South Michigan Avenue, according to Chicago police. Police in the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office said the man, 25-year-old Venetrice Chris, was shot in the head, and the woman, who was 20, was struck in her left foot. Both were taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where Chris was pronounced dead at 4:33 p.m. and the woman was stabilized, authorities said. It was not immediately known where Chris lived. Two members of 600 in the front.
They said they don't need merch on Dooski like that. They mad at him. Nah, I could do this. I can stand on live because I have guns around me. I'm safe. I'm protected. They said, Dooski, we told you get off live.
Waldo was a beloved member of 600. He was one of the first to woof on the internet and diss Dooski after his death. A car consisting of 2 to 3 mob members and 1 Geo Drive member was spinning OB 600 blocks all day when they noticed Waldo either walking alone or just leaving the doctor with his pregnant baby mother. Waldo was on 63rd and Prairie when the car pulled up and shot him in the head. There have been pictures of his body circulating around the internet. Driller even posted it on his IG Live. MOB members have done also. After his death, a lot of people started to diss him, and they still do. It was a clear get back for Dooski. A 22-year-old man was shot and killed along a safe passage route on Chicago's southeast side Wednesday afternoon. Chicago police say the man was standing on a sidewalk in the 200 block of East 63rd Street in the Parkway Gardens neighborhood around 4:30 p.m. when an unknown vehicle pulled up next to him and the offender inside the vehicle fired shots. A bullet struck the victim in the head, killing him. You can tell that Dooski was a member who was loved by his side. They took the loss of Dooski personally, and this caused one of the fastest get-backs in drill history. Dooski was killed October 9th around 4:05 p.m. Waldo was killed October 10th around 4:28 p.m. It took MOB about a day to get back for Dooski. Rest up to all of the guys. King Von, Mimo 600, and other members would call FBG Wooski on FaceTime and tell him that they have a real surprise for him tomorrow at Dooski's funeral.
This your big brother, yeah, you know the going on. That's your big brother, you know.
I wish I could say one of y'all was my boys. You got all goofies over there.
I ain't tell you what to do it tonight on
What y'all off the courage? What made y'all do it tonight?
Listen, we gon' surprise.
It's time about tonight.
We gon' surprise, bro.
Stop for the free.
But you talking about tonight.
9 days after the death of Dooski and 8 days after the revenge killing of Waldo 600, Dooski Tha Man will finally be laid to rest. His funeral was October 18th at Bethlehem Star Missionary Baptist Church, located at 9231 South Cottage Grove. At least 6 people were shot after.
We've learned a little bit more about the victims this afternoon. There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church. It was a pandemonium, a scene of pandemonium right after that happened. Many of those people who were shot were leaving a funeral inside the church. 6 of them injured. 4 of them were taken by paramedics to hospitals. 2 of them drove themselves. None of their injuries considered life-threatening at this point. Fortunately, no one inside the daycare was injured.
And we just try to comfort them. I mean, I don't know what else to tell them. We don't know what else to tell them. We just hug them and just tell them it's going to be all right.
Sherry Savage says there is so much gunfire in her neighborhood, the kids at her daycare, 2 to 6 years old, already know to duck when they hear shots. And police say they heard a barrage of shots just after noon. They were coming from across the street at a funeral for a local musician known as Dooski Tha Man was letting out. His real name is Van Treese Chris. He was killed by gunfire earlier this month. Witnesses today heard a couple of shots at first, apparently fired into the crowd. Then many more, several dozen more shots. Investigators have placed markers indicating where shell casings are located, but so far they have no one in custody.
After the incident happened, I do understand that when the police arrived, it was a very chaotic scene, crime scene extending 2 blocks with shell casings, multiple people shot.
Police say they have not yet determined a motive for this shooting or even whether anyone in specific was targeted. They have just reopened Cottage Grove to traffic as they're wrapping up their investigation here.
Who fucking mic?
Oh my God. Oh. Oh my fucking God. Can I believe that? Whoa, they said Wooski. Wooski. We need to go that way, dude. He's from Gyro.
Listen.
Oh. Oh my God, this shit's crazy. Like, that shit's so f***ed up. Oh my God, they shot this man in his head.
Chicago police officers responded to a shot spotter alert at approximately 12:13 this afternoon. Arriving officers discovered several people that had been shot. Those victims were all taken to area hospitals. In total, right now, we have 6 individuals that were shot. They were taken to area hospitals. They were in conditions ranging from critical to stable. Detectives are on scene right now. They're canvassing the area. They're interviewing witnesses. There are no offenders in custody. We're still working on trying to establish the motive and try to get an offender description so that we can get that out there. Evidence technicians are processing the scene. The scene extends from the 9200 block of South Cottage Grove up through the 9100 block of South Cottage Grove, and that scene includes multiple shell casings that range that whole 2-block span.
Wooski will ultimately survive the headshot he sustained at the funeral, but he would never be the same. Dooski was talented with the music and could have been on his way out of Chicago and into the mainstream if he would have continued to pursue his music. He was ultimately a victim of the same streets that he repped and shed blood on. Dang!